Hey, what's going on? Good afternoon. We're back here in what appears to be horrible lighting, but deep down it's artistic of where I am right now, which is this location. So, it's currently very hot. So, if I were to close the blinds, it would get even hotter. Also, the window's open, which may be words audible. So, again, if that's a problem, it's part of the experience. When I do this, things kind of work out. But I'm not going to do that. I have this thing where if I have too many sweets, I get ulcers. And I seem to have done that. And it's not so bad today, but I have had more sweets today. So if it gets worse, that's just incredibly on me. But to the topic on hand, which, again, as you know, I really don't have one. But if I were to guess of something, well, here's maybe something. Here's something of a something. This may be 50 minutes. I used to do these 50 minutes long a lot of the time. And then, I found one thing, which was that I didn't stick to it. And possibly the reason for that was that 15 minutes is a lot of time. And, especially when I hadn't set this up as a routine, as a habit, it was hard to do 15 minutes of uncomfortable talking while motivating yourself to do that every day. So, and on the surface, nothing's actually changed since then. So, this may not be really so much as a practical solution. But one thing I do have going for me is experience. I'm an experienced boy. I have better systems for doing this. Again, if this was 6 months ago, I probably wouldn't have pressed record today, because this kind of works, because I kind of wasn't in the mood for it. But despite that, we're here, and at some point, hopefully, I'll when I stay like this is good. I may completely come around in a circle, and it's a lot of wasted space actually. I'll use arm actions to solve that. But hopefully I'll stop feeling that way, and my energy will just be bursting through the screen. But until then, where we are now, and that's all that matters at the moment. We're doing it, and that's something I need to keep on telling myself. Which is that at the moment, all I'm doing is get into the habit of recording these. So it doesn't matter at all if they're rubbish, which they are, but they're rubbish that comes from me, which gives it something that most things don't have. So that's that anyway. That's the current situation, which could have been described in 20 seconds, but I'm glad it took me longer, because I went nearly at 5 minutes, and that was a lot of time. So I said I'd think of topics to talk about, and what I could have done is fulfill that promise and think of things to talk about. That I didn't really do that. No real reason, that's valid, other than that I can't be bothered. But I'm gonna give it a go, because what I thought is I've gotten into guitar recently, the past year or so, which so probably about 9 months. So it started when I was 18. It's now 19. So yeah, and one big regret of that, I think, is that all of the greats, whoever they are, I don't really care about or know about actual technically musicians who are known for being good at guitar. I assume it's a thing. I think Jimi Hendrix has that, something like that. But I'm mainly talking about singer-songwriters. Lennon, McCartney, Billy Joel, and they all started learning guitar by 16. Which, if I ever want to become a great, that's a poor start for me. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Billy Joel was the latest of them, and he was 16. And on one side of that completely makes sense, because not many people can be at the top of songwriters in the world. So to do that, if you started at a young age, when for one you don't have responsibilities and that kind of thing, it makes sense that you would be more likely to be successful in your 20s or whatever, which, pop music is very youth orientated. So it makes sense that you're better off if you start young. What doesn't make sense to me, and what saddens me, is that there isn't a single example of anyone after 16 who started and then became one of the best. Not a single one. The only thing that I've got a little bit going for me is oh man, who's the guy? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Bill? Oh really? This is someone I know, and someone who I do like. So this is just a blockage. Who it? Okay, that's my goal for the rest of the next 7 minutes. Think of who that was. Definitely Bill or Billy. It can't be Billy. Bill. Anyway, supposedly he started at 17, which me starting at 18, that's close enough. I'm happy with that. I'm pretty sure it became mainstream at like 30. So, if I followed his trajectory, I would be pretty pleased by that, I would think. But yeah, again, apart from that, I have no one to look up to. I've all just got to keep Bill or whatever in my heart. So yeah, that's one thing. But yeah, and also, I feel like if I just write good music, when I just write something that really resonates with people, and it's just a beautifully crafted, super music, me being bad at guitar isn't going to stop that from being a good song. So I've got to kind of hold on to that hope as well. So that's kind of my feelings on guitar. Not that you probably should be learning guitar just for the sole purpose of being popular or famous, but there aren't many other reasons, to be fair. I mean, I also do it for fun, to give me some credit. So yeah, and in the past, so it's June, nearly July now, 30th of June, and in the past 3 months or so, I would say is when my guitar work really started making sense to me. I don't really know, because I thought I started learning the 6 months, but 6 months ago was Christmas, and I definitely had started. I was fully on the train by then, so that's why I'm saying 9 months. I've been doing it, but yeah, again, last 3 months really things started clicking for me. The way my fingers move on the guitar is way more logical. How do I describe it? It's like, yeah, because it used to be like nothing made sense to me, and the concept of even being good at guitar was just completely out of reach. It still feels not within reach, but I feel like, you know, I can see it now at least. There's at least a path. So yeah, that's a good thing, I would say. Also, I don't know if this is good or bad. I'm neutral at the moment, but my sister learned guitar. I don't know when she was 16 to 18 or something like that, and she's 3 years older than me. So by the time I was 18, she wasn't using the guitar at all. So that's why I kind of started, because there was just a guitar in the house, and I thought I'd start jamming. So, but the one issue with that is that it's left-handed, which I am not. Obviously, my sister is. So, if I ever wanted to pick up a random guitar or buy a new guitar, it would have to be left-handed. And I thought that the transition to right-handed probably would be possible, and I still think it's possible, and it would be easier than starting from scratch. But I tried a one-handed guitar not too long ago, and that was, nothing makes sense to me. I could not comprehend where to put my fingers on the fretboard. There was nothing logical about it. It's like me 3 months ago, more than that even. So yeah, I mean, that was a good kind of motivation to actually see how far I'd gotten this whole time. So yeah, that's nice. Also, another thing that doesn't make sense about left and right-handed is, this is my right hand, and this is what you do the chords with, right? Well, what I do the chords with. On a left-handed guitar, you do that with your left hand. On a right-handed guitar, you do that with your left hand. But I'm pretty sure the chords are way more difficult than the strumming. Strumming can be difficult. It's not always simple, especially like finger picking. But I'm not sure. I don't know where a right-handed guitar. It feels like it's the wrong way around to me. I feel like I'm doing it the right way. So I'm not really sure about that. But what I'm not sure about is that this is pretty much flown by for me. So who would have thought having even just a small idea of a topic before doing one of these videos would allow you to talk for much longer. So that's nice. We're definitely not where I want to be, but as I said, this isn't about growth at the moment. This is about building the habit of just doing the videos. So yeah, we'll see if that ends up anywhere. We'll see. But for now, I am so done. So I'll see you later.